Welcome to the DKHizouse. You know what we talking about. Welcome to the DKHizouse. That's what we gonna run our mouth. Hey y'all, just a little disclaimer. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged. I don't know none of these people. I'm just giving my thoughts, my opinions, predictions on what I think I see and know and hear. And I want you to do the same down in the comment section. So don't take everything too seriously, but only with a grain of salt, because we be chefing it up in this kitchen. And welcome, glad to have you. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you've been here a couple of times, we'd love to have you in the fam bam. So we're here to get on the topic of balding. Men are going bald, and it's kind of scary because some men are balding in their 30s and their 40s, and what's really going on? Like, I'm concerned. I've been concerned for a while, and I just wanted to speak on it. I have a theory on why I think people go bald, but do we really know why people are going bald? You hear about babies' hair falling out because of the way they're sleeping and stuff like that on their head, and their hair is not able to grow properly, and they're missing chunks out their head and stuff like that. But men, they usually go bald like at the top of their head. So in reality, men really don't touch the top of their heads except when they get groomed or something like that. And that can be a problem because women mostly have their hair unless they deal with certain issues and ailments. I've dated several bald people in my life, and I didn't think they looked bad. I feel like some men own it, some men look good bald, and then some men, probably can need some help. But most men that are bald, like, you get used to it. I've dated men who were bald before, so it's really nothing wrong with it, but it just like scares me to the fact that like people be losing their hair so young, if that makes sense. And so I have a theory. My theory of why people go bald is because the razor, the electric razor. Like, men, if you don't know, most of them get haircuts every week, sometimes twice a week, to get this perfect lineup, to get things on their hair looking so particular, especially these men that's like metrosexual, these men that just have to have a certain look. And I really feel like that's what's tearing their hair out, because I feel like, with a razor or electric razor, like, it pulls the hair out from the root. And I feel like anytime you pull hair out from the root of a thing, you're nicking it in the bud and you're getting rid of it. Like, long term, snatch it out type thing. And I really feel like that's the reason why people are going bald, because what do barbers focus the most on? Like the top, the front of the hair. They want it to look neat and nice and everything. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why men start going bald, because they want the perfect edge up, they want the perfect faded hairstyle and look. And I feel like, due to the fact that it pulls it from the scalp, that their hair just stops growing back eventually, because it's so getting used to being pulled out. I have heard, when you pluck your eyebrows or pluck different things in your body, that your hair grows back 10 times worse. So maybe for some people, like, this doesn't really bother them, because I know people who get their hair cut and nothing happens to them. And then too, it definitely can be a genetic thing, because I'm not a doctor. I cannot fully diagnose the reason or the cure. So yeah, definitely seek a doctor's decision. This is just my opinion. So don't take my word for it too much. But I just be like really scared. I'm like, what's going on? Is it something in the water? Is it something in the food? What is making these men's hair fall out? And if their hair is falling out, what else is going on or wrong with their body? Like, I literally be thinking stuff like this. It's like, are they toxic? Like, is their sperm toxic? Like, I be thinking all kind of crazy stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I be like, why women hair don't be falling out like that? Why women don't be balding? Like, what do I need to do to make sure I'm not balding like these men? Like, it's a thing, even though it's acceptable in today's culture to see a bald man, but it still makes you wonder. If you don't know, some men, like, when they start balding, they just start shaving all of it out, because Because the plug that it formed at the top of their head and then at the side, it'd be like no hair. So they would just start shaving it all off, and then they eventually do become bald because it's getting plucked out or whatever, and they get less and less hair. So my remedy for this would be just to get like your hair cut low. Don't get it all the way to the scalp. If you do get it to the scalp for a fade or something, just get it rarely, especially if you see thinning of the hair, because I feel like that's what's causing the hair to come out. Now, true enough, they got remedies out there for men, but I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm not against it. They have things you can do to get the hair, or even have these wigs that men can wear for their hair, even though as a woman, it can be turned to wear a wig, so I wouldn't recommend it. But some of these men can really look like they have their own hair and whatever. But like I said, just a remedy, just leave at least an inch of hair to where the hair is only getting cut at the top instead of plucked out the roots. And I feel like that would be a help to prolong your hair length. But I'm not a doctor, like I said. But just keep in mind, women do like men with bald heads. Women do date men with bald heads, so it's nothing wrong with it. I just want to help you out, especially if you're a person who's in fear of losing your hair. Just like me as a woman, like I'm in fear for men losing their hair, let alone women to be next, women to lose their hair. And I'm like, is this like an experiment that they're doing on all the men and they're going to try to bring it over here to the women? And I know, like I said, there's different conditions that really women do lose their hair, and it's not funny. And I don't know if it's the same condition in men, but I don't think that that's the reason. So a lot of men do lose their hair for health reasons, but I also feel like it's something that deals with how low they cut their hair and the fact that it's pulling. Yeah. So y'all let me know down below, what are your theories on how men lose their hairs at an early age? And do you have a horror story, or do you have any experiences happen to you when you lost your hair, and so forth and so on? Because to me, like, people look at this like it's so normal. And every time I see people with bald heads, like, I be like, what happened? Like, what is going on? I be like scared. But then too, it be some crazy people in this world who really be on some weird stuff, and maybe they be collecting people's hairs and stuff. I'm not sure. You know, just be some people on some weird stuff. Weird stuff. Anyway, so yeah. I don't know, maybe the woman shaved the men's hair off while they was asleep or something. I don't know. And they thought it was a prank, and then they woke up, and then one day just hair just stopped growing back. I don't know. Because I know women do things too, so other women don't look at them. But I know that's extreme, but I'm just trying to think of all scenarios. But I do notice that sometimes men who have long hair lose their hair at the top too. So then it makes me throw out that theory of it could be the shaving. But then too, maybe they were low at first, getting their hair cut low, and then when they start seeing it balding, they start growing their hair out. Because I have seen that too. Men that, have hair low, or they start seeing bald and they try to grow their hair out to cover it up. They can comb it over. They can pull it back to cover up the area that's balding. All I'm gonna say is just be careful out there, because at the end of the day, like, we really don't officially know what the cause of it is. But I feel like if you are losing your hair, and I feel like there can be other issues going on in your body that we may not be able to see. But I feel like your hair is trying to let you know something else about what you're ingesting into your body, or what's going on with your body. And you just need to be careful. But that's my opinion. just because the way the hair leaves, like the head be so smooth. It's almost as if you never knew that hair grew from that spot. And that's crazy to me. It's like, but maybe because people just shave it all off. But it's just normally when you see a bald head, you don't see no hair. But true enough, like people could have hair, but due to the fact that it looks crazy growing from different sides instead of at the top, like they just cut it all off. But I don't know, it just seems weird to me, like when people start balding and then there's nothing growing out their head anymore. It's just like something had to make that happen, bro. There's no way you can tell me that people just out here just dropping hair and it's like vanishing into thin air, like poof, be gone. Like what's going on with it? You know? But it's an unfortunate thing. But if you are one of the people that have had suffered hair loss, definitely consult with a doctor. But at the same time, embrace it. Embrace who you are. It is what it is. Try not to, I mean, you could try to massage your hair, different massage oils and different techniques that can grow your hair back. Because I just can't see it just not growing. Because imagine happening that to a woman, which I know it does. It's just scary. It's like traumatizing. But these men, I feel like they can handle it better than women. But it's also like, why these men's hair falling out? But literally, they usually get their hair cut so often. They cut it off so often. Well, as always, thank you for stopping by at the His House for your alleged tea, entertainment, and gossip, and predictions. And we will definitely have more. So definitely come back and see us. And if you want to be notified, hit that bell and also subscribe, especially if you've been here before. Come back again and again. But subscribe and join the fam band. We'd love to have you. And if you liked anything that was said on today or even made you laugh, joke, think, ponder, make sure you hit that thumbs up or that like button, especially if you agree or disagree. And comment down below.